All right, put it together for Mr. Ben Lewis.
Hi. First and foremost, I would appreciate that he said you guys ready for your feature. You guys look back to the black guy like, maybe, I don't know. So this is your affirmative action portion of the show. It's just me and one of the two other black people in Tennessee, Stephen, my man right there, and a security guard in the back. Now, I'm not saying that to scare you white people, I'm just saying we're in Scottsdale right now. For some reason, you guys are like, fuck black people. I know you got my back, that's all I'm saying. Because I can't fight, can you fight? The answer's way too slow for that, I don't know. You might be fucked up. The security guard, he can fight, but he don't give a fuck about me, so I don't know. Because I can't fight. This is what I can do, though. I can do a quick windmill, but if you get past this bitch, that's it. That's it. Here's what I can do. I grab my cell phone out real quick, start recording your world star, nigga, real quick. Get that on videotape, get some money. That's all I can do. But fighting, that's not my thing. But isn't it kind of funny, interesting that we have a white host, then a Mexican person, then a white lady, and then the black guy? Like he went to get the whole gamut of like races this evening. Did you guys notice that shit? Diversity. Yeah. Woo! Diversity in Trump's America. Isn't that amazing? Give a round of applause for that shit. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Woo! So, let me ask you a question here. Have y'all ever had like a gay moment? Now I'm talking like a, hey, I love Barbra Streisand. I'm talking more like, that's the gayest shit I've ever done in my entire life. Let me explain. So, I played basketball in a league in Santan Valley. And I know you guys are like, shocker, a tall black guy plays basketball. That's racist. Get that shit out of my mind right now, okay? Get that over. So, my team won the championship, right? And so afterwards, we're like, hey, let's go out and celebrate. So my friends are like, hey, let's go to Buffalo Wild Wing and let's have a couple drinks. I was like, you know what, cool, I don't drink, so I'll drive, right? So me and 3 other guys get into my car, and I swear to God, as soon as I turn on my Chevy Malibu, the engine starts up, Taylor Swift comes blasting through the speakers. You know, I knew you were in trouble when you walked in, and that's why I know that, I just do, okay? So my friend in the front seat is like, yo, Ben, is that Taylor Swift? I was like, hey man, just change the station, whatever, no big deal. He's like, yo, I would, but it's coming from your iPod. I panicked real quick. I was like, no big deal. I got 2 little daughters, they love Taylor Swift. So I was like, yo man, you know what, no big deal. That's probably my daughter's playlist, just change the playlist, call it a day. And my friend was like, yo, why is this playlist called Ooh, That's Ben's Shit? I got 2 options at this point, people. First option, looking at him like, yo, you don't fucking know my life. Maybe I like to listen to Taylor Swift before I play basketball because she keeps me calm, because I can't listen to NWA because I have high blood pressure and I need to die in the fucking court. Or I can throw the iPod out the window. So fuck that shit, call it a day. Chose option B, throw that fucking iPod out the window. Right? So here's where the gay shit happens, right? I go to throw the iPod out the window still rolled up. So I grab the iPod, I go throw it, bounces off the window, bam, smacks me in the face, pap. The next words out my mouth were, oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. Sir, I don't know if you've ever been black before, but you can't say oopsie daisy with 3 other black people in the car. Am I right? You can't say oopsie daisy with 3 other niggas in the car. Now, on my basketball team, I can't make a mistake. I can't miss a free throw. Because when I do, they go, oopsie daisy, man. Oopsie daisy. And here's what's really fucked up. So we had this whole big grand opening, right afterwards. Like they introduced us like the NBA players, right? And so there's time to call my name up. They got the music playing. And they're like, and now, standing 6 feet tall, number 25, Ben Oopsie Daisy Lewis. Don't move, because when I got up there, I fucking tripped. I can't fucking win. Oh my gosh. But man, ooh. So I found a scorpion in my house for the first time in my life. Anybody ever find a scorpion in their house? Oh my Lord, people, I am safe, as you guys can clearly see. But if you do not mind, let's take a moment of silence for the people who died in that house fire. Can we do that real quick? Because I don't know what the fuck else to do when you find a scorpion in the house. No, my wife, she screamed from the stairs, "Oh my God, Ben, there's a scorpion in the house!" I text her from the car 2 minutes later. I say, "Hey, this is what you do. Move slowly. This is the scorpion's house now." And she was like, "We need to call an exterminator." And I was like, "Fucking exterminator, burn this bitch down. Light it up, build a new one, fuck it." And she's like, "Oh my God, what about the kids?" And I was like, "Fuck them kids. Fuck them. Help me grab this TV. Because guess what? We can make more kids. I'm black, you're white, we're not making little Asian babies, they're not making kids. Come on, they're not making TV. Grab it, just go." Oh my gosh. It's crazy. So let me ask you guys this. Is it okay with you if I share my really black jokes this evening? I'm looking at the crowd here, so I make sure it's okay. You all right? Listen, you say go for it. I'm gonna ask one more time because I don't know if you guys heard what I said. Can I use my really black jokes this evening? Yeah. Okay, good. I don't want someone walking in like, "Oh my God, that black guy said nigger so many times. Oh my word, I don't like that." Okay? So I'm from Delaware originally, right? And some really racist shit happened at the high school that I used to go to. Somebody stole our mascot, right? And they took a picture, and in the picture they held up a sign, and the sign said, "Niggers aren't allowed at TR." Right? Crazy shit. So I'm talking to one of my friends about it on Facebook. He's like, "Yo, you see that shit?" I was like, "Yeah, man, that shit's crazy, right?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna ride out tonight." And I was like, "First of all, nigga, you're 40. What ride are you gonna do? You gonna go find somebody? You probably took the mascot outfit off already. That's stupid." He's like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm just so pissed off because, we never had this shit back in high school." I was like, "I know, right? We never had that shit." He's like, "Yeah, man, we just never had all that racism and hate. It just got along." And I was like, "You know what? I'm not really worried about the racism and hate. When the fuck did we get a mascot?" No, seriously, I played basketball for 4 years, people. No mascot. The closest thing we had to a mascot was the tall, gay special ed kid that sat with the cheerleaders. Oh, he was killing it. He was like, "Spirit fingers, hey." That shit. Oh my God. Dribble, shoot, he was amazing. Right? Seriously, there's no lie. 2 weeks later, some other racist shit happened at another school in Delaware. Now my thing is this, if you have hate in your heart, do you boo-boo, whatever, right? Just make sure your penmanship is good. Listen, because they spray painted on the bus, "Niggers go home," but the G's look like Z's, so I was like, "What's a nizzer?" Is that a black wizard? Because listen, I'm about to lose my whole black credibility right here. I have read every single Harry Potter book known to man. Not once did they ever mention the word nizzer. Ever. I think I remember a sentence that was like, "Harry Potter, Ronald Weasley, and Hermione Granger were so excited in anticipation of meeting the new nizzer." Tyrone Jackson. I remember some shit like that. But I get my outlook from my grandfather. My grandfather passed away recently, but my grandfather, really funny dude, right? Like, honestly, right before I got married, he pulled me to the side and he's like, "Hey, Ben, just so you know, anytime a woman apologizes and she really means it, another unicorn is born." So I was smart ass and I was like, "Oh, so that's why they're extinct." My grandfather went up and he was like, "Extinct? Nigga, they ain't never been born. What I'm saying is you're always wrong. Give up." He would do stuff like that all the time. Like, I remember we were talking about back when I was in elementary school. And he's like, "Hey, you still talk to people from grade school?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "What about little Ching Chong?" I was like, "Oh God, Ching Chong?" He's like, "Yeah, little Oriental boy, Ching Chong, Ching Ching Chong." I was like, "You mean Matthew?" His name was Matthew Quillen. I was like, "That is, you can't call Asian people Oriental. That's like calling a black person a nigger and not a nigga." In case anybody's confused. Nigger, bad. Nigga, good. You're confused? There's about an audience, there's only 1, 2, 3 people can say either version of the word this evening. Just to save you guys in that, right? So, round of applause. We have married people in attendance this evening. Married people, round of applause. Married people, thank you so much for that excitement you gave me there. So amazing. Do I have single people? Where are my single people at? single people. That was sad. That was sad. First and foremost, I don't know if you guys know this. They're cuddled up together and she clapped for single people, so I don't know if this is your first date, but this is your last date, so. But secondly, single people, you're fucking free. Like, why are you not like, oh, yeah, fucking yeah. Like, I've been married for about 4 years now. I've been with my wife for about 11 years, been married for about 4 years. And like, what's amazing about marriage is like how you can love somebody with every fiber of your entire being, but at the same time, you can be like, I swear to God, if this bitch dies first, I'm gonna be so ratchet at the club the next day. No, it's true, because like, you get pissed off at him. Like, listen, like, I know if my wife would have died tonight, I promise you people, I would be at the funeral. I'd set up and everything. What I'm saying is, the club closes at 2 a.m., right? I'd be that bitch like, pop that pussy, pop that. It makes sense, but so disrespectful. But like, because you get in a fight over the dumbest stuff, like all the time. Like for instance, most recently, I got in a fight because she woke up, she was like, I had a dream to jet set with one of my coworkers. Right? Now, people are laughing, so you guys have had that before, right? So, I'm a fucking pro at this shit. Like I said, I've been with my wife for about 11 years now, so I'm a fucking pro at this. Earlier me, and she did that, I'd be like, no, baby, I love you, no, I would never do that, fuck dream me, he's stupid, you know? But now I'm a fucking pro, so she was like, I had a dream that you had sex with one of my coworkers. What do you have to say for yourself? And I was like, was it Big Titty Becky? Big Titty Becky because she's got the big, you know, what's that girl's name from accounting? Janet? Oh my God, Janet had this short skirt on the other day, and I saw Janet like, you can fucking get pregnant, Janet, you can fucking get pregnant. My wife is getting pissed off, as any wife should, right? And she's like, who the fuck are these bitches you're talking about, Ben? Who in the fuck are these bitches? And I looked at her and I was like, you know what? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the same thing, because you said co-workers and you're a stay-at-home mom. Who the fuck are these bitches? I thought we were playing a game. Did I win? Did I lose? I don't fucking know. Oh, go to the couch? Okay, cool, I'm going. So the biggest fight we get into all the time is like, I feel like we don't have enough sex and she feels like I'm a stupid idiot. That's like our biggest fight, right? And like, the perfect example is one time I was at a show, right? And I was backstage, and when I was backstage, I was sexting with her, right? And then sexting is when you send sexy text messages to your significant other or side chick. Right now, I always say side chick because you gotta get credit where credit is due. I personally do not have a side chick. I can barely keep my wife happy, let alone another bitch. Fuck that shit. But what's funny is like she's super jealous, right? So she's like, I bet one of those bitches on your Facebook is your side chick. I bet one of those bitches is your side chick. And I was like, whoa, baby, calm down. You know me. Like, you know me. And you know that I would never, ever add a side chick to social media. That's absolutely stupid. Why would I ever do that? Why would I do that? Right? But she got, like I was saying, we're backstage and we're sexing, right? And while I'm backstage, one of the other comedians takes a selfie and I'm in the picture, right? Now this comedian is gay. And he goes and he posts this picture on Facebook, and one of his gay friends replies with the word young, talking about me. Sir, I don't know if you've ever been called young before. Fucking magical. Fucking magical. I mean, I felt amazing and disgusting at the exact same time. I was like, yo, who the fuck's he calling young? Me? Young? Me? Nah, son, me? Young? No, me, young? What? No, stop it, me? Oh my God, what? Stop it. Oh my Lord. What the fuck's wrong with me right now? Right? So, I go home, right? I had a great set. I go home, think I'm gonna get some sex tonight. I'm like, yes. And when I get home, my wife has on those no-sex pajama pants you guys don't talk about. I heard way too much laughter over here. You need too much happening. My wife has a pair for every day of the week, let you know how I'm living, right? So I get home, and I'm like, damn it, like, I'm just sick and tired of this shit. Like, you know what? I thought we were gonna have some sex tonight, and I see that you have those stupid no-sex pajama pants on, and I just don't feel loved. But you know what? That's fine, because I just found out that the gay community finds this here young. Just felt right? So, my wife, she's a super smart ass, and she was like, I thought gay people had good taste. Right? So guys, in case you want to know, if you ever want to sleep on your couch, no questions asked at all whatsoever. Just say fuck you, bitch, because that's what I did. That's how I do it, right? So the next morning, my wife comes downstairs, right? She's like, you know what? Maybe I'm sorry, I was just tired last night, but tonight it's on. So I was like, yes. But I still felt a little insecure. So I went back and checked that Facebook post, because again, I got called the word young people, right? And what it turned out is the night before, my wife actually replied to the post, and she put my address in there, and she said, come get this nizzer. Hey, man,